It might not look like it by my filming locations or our video quality, but I'm a perfectionist, and this is like the 20th time I tried to do this intro. So let's try this one more time. Welcome back. Today's all about the boots. What we're going to be doing is comparing these Alpinestars Tech 3s against the Tech 7s. I'm giving my pros and cons of each, and why I choose to wear motocross boots when I'm riding my adventure motorcycle, and not some dad Nikes, some New Balances, some damn work boots, and especially flimsy ass ADV boots. There, I got it. Let's get into it. Yeah! So excited, I got the intro. God, it took me so long. Like I said, by the filming locations, today I'm in my building, and excuse me if it's echoey or the light's not right, but I try to do what I can and film how I can with what I got and what I can afford, so just excuse that. But let me start this video by saying, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. Don't matter if it's a small channel like mine, or any other small channel, or big channels. These are all just opinions, so take that for what you will, a grain of salt, whatever, and make your own educated choices. But please, just don't ride your adventure motorcycle or any heavy motorcycle, especially if you're going off-road, with dad Nikes, some New Balances, work boots. Like I said, make your own judgment, but adventure boots are flimsy as hell. If you're just going to be riding your adventure bike on the street, it's probably okay. But I personally crashed on the street, and if it wasn't for these boots right here, I would have probably 2 broken ankles or legs and a broken back. Not only from my opinion, but from the paramedics on the scene and from the doctors. If I didn't have a good helmet on, good boots, my injuries probably would have been a lot worse. So I do have experience. I've been riding motorcycles for over 30 years, mostly off-road. But like I said, take my opinion for what you will, but I want to get all this out of the way of why I wear motocross boots. These things are much stiffer. The Tech 7s are stiffer than the Tech 3s, and Tech 10s are even stiffer than that, but I think that's a little bit overkill because you do got to walk around during the day while you're riding adventure motorcycles, because you get off to eat or explore something like we do, camping, going to creek, whatever. A lot of different stuff. You get off your bike, you're not just on a motocross track or in the woods riding and sitting at your truck taking a break. I mean, you're actually walking around. Now, these boots are great for that. They're really comfortable. Tech 3s, I'll start with them first. I had these as, well, I wore fly boots for a little while when I first started riding adventure motorcycles. They were a little bit flimsier, but they was cheap and they started tearing apart. I got these Tech 3s, and I'll just basically go over them a little bit. I got a video if you want to see my first impressions. I'll drop that down in the description and maybe in the pinned comment. But had these for a while. Only reason I really stopped wearing them, if you can see that, I had to repair the top. I burned them, put them too close to a campfire. They started rubbing my leg, putting sores on my leg, so I had to retire them a little early. But the main difference is, like I said, we'll start with this one first. I'll show you. This one's a 3-buckle boot, and all these buckles are plastic. And the boot is more plasticky, if that makes sense. Like the toe area, this is all kind of fake leather. They're kind of plasticky feeling, and when you're walking in them, they sort of kink right there and hit your foot a little bit, but they're pretty comfortable, but not as soft inside, but they are doable, and I would definitely choose these before I would choose the top of the line adventure boot, to be honest with you, because these are much stiffer, offer much more support, not only on the footbed, but in the ankle area, but they do flex a little bit more. So if you're riding on the balls of your feet, this boot will flex a little bit more in this area, if y'all can see. It's hard to demonstrate that now because with your hands you can't bend it, but they are a little more flexible. Now when you move to a Tech 7, they're a 4-buckle design, and the buckles, this part and this part and the end, if you can see it, are actually metal. So you do got a little bit more rigidity there, I guess. Maybe they'll last a little longer, I don't know, but these are made out of a little bit better material. This piece is kind of still plasticky, but it's like, feels like rubber almost. And then you got suede and stuff in there. They both are hinged boots, and you can see that hinge there on that one and this hinge on that one. They're a little bit different of a hinge, and yes, they are Alpinestars. They do squeak, but you can lube that hinge with like WD-40 silicone spray from time to time, and it will not squeak that bad. I can tell you from personal experience, these boots are way more comfortable and way more supportive. They are a little stiffer, so they are maybe just a tad bit harder to walk in than these boots are than the Tech 3s. But when you're riding on the balls of your feet, that supports your foot like crazy. You don't get nowhere near as fatigued as you do riding in these, but these ain't quite as bad. Like if you ride in tennis shoes or you ride probably in adventure boots, because they flex pretty good too. I don't have much experience with adventure boots because I would personally never buy them, but Timmy had some Sedici and they would bend and your heel's not supported very well. So if you stand up a lot when you ride, you get more fatigued in your leg area because it's like you're doing just toe raises all day. These are like almost like you're on a board, not quite that stiff, but they're pretty good. The footbed inside these boots, can't show you down inside there, but they're super soft and super comfortable. These boots just have, the Tech 7s have a lot more padding around the whole entire boot and in the bottom of the footbed. They're a whole lot better. I mean, a whole lot more comfortable, but these will get you by. I think these are around $200 to $300 most of the time retail, and these are around $400 I think retail. I got these boots for like 250 bucks is why I jumped on the Tech 7 and why I basically wear the motocross version, which the motocross version, which are both of these, don't have any tread on the bottom. You can buy Enduro boots. The Enduro boots will have, they're the same exact boots in both Tech 3 and Tech 7, except they just have more tread on the bottom for muddy heels and stuff like that. But I've been in a lot of off-road situations and personally never had a problem with not having real tread on the bottom. I actually prefer the motocross version because I usually use really sharp pegs on my bike, metal pegs, and I can move my feet around a lot easier and it don't get stuck. Those Enduro boots have a lot of big tread and sometimes they will catch. On me personally, they might not do that to you. So, but like I said, Tech 3s are good. Tech 7s are better. Super comfortable boots. I have personal crash experience in them and it didn't break my ankles or my legs. Now, I'm not saying there's not no foolproof way you can't break your ankle or nothing, even if you wear a stiff motocross boot, because where there's a wheel, there's a way. Bad things happen. But I would way more trust my stuff in this than I ever would any kind of tennis shoes, work boots, or ADV boots. That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, take that for what you will. But that's pretty much it. If y'all have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Be more than glad to help you. Hope this video was somewhat informative. Hope it didn't echo too bad. Hope the light was pretty good. But I had to get inside here because the wind's blowing at 100 miles an hour outside. And I didn't want y'all to hear a bunch of wind noise. So there you go. As always, appreciate y'all watching. If you hadn't already, hammer the shit out of that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be alerted when new content comes out. See y'all in the next one. Boom.